Greetings and salutations, we're back looking at episodes of the show Sliders. With 2 episodes in this case, My Brother's Keeper and The Chasm. So what happened in My Brother's Keeper? In this episode, the Sliders arrive in a world where humans have clones that harvested for spare body parts when an accident occurred. Like if someone loses an arm, well, that clone has to end up they say, well, goodbye, arm, and all that. Well, Quin Mallory's double is blinded during a lab accident, when he's trying to invent sliding. When Quin tries to help, he is mistaken for a clone, both are taken to the hospital for surgery, and the double needs Quin's eyes. I'll be honest, in that moment, I kept on thinking, say, a little bit of Get Out in that moment.
I want your eye, man.
And honestly, the ideas that it's trying to do with, the world of capitalism, healthcare, because there's a lot of moments when it's trying to, say, hey, the power of healthcare, but, say, to the extreme and only for a select few. Because, they're using body doubles, but it's only the folks at the high percent that can actually use them. Who wants to bet that Elon Musk has one? Who wants to bet that Elon has, a chasm underground somewhere and goes, say, hello, clone number 1, and all that, I must take part of your blah, 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 blah. Or whatever, I don't know. Something random. And yeah, I thought this one wasn't too bad. I kind of liked the fact that Jay O'Connell, he was able to, be a bit silly. He got to play 2 versions of Quin, actually 3. He played the regular Quin, then he played the scientist double who gets blinded, and then he also plays the clone version, who is still trying to understand the world as it is. And the gang, a regular Quin, he ends up getting taken to where a refugee for clones are being taken to. A clone underground road or something like that. That's what he said. And yeah, I thought this episode wasn't too bad. The idea is that basically what they're trying to do is say, hey, if someone gets hurt, sometimes if the procedure is out of reach, but unfortunately sometimes I guess they were trying to say, hey, if sometimes we possibly should be asking for say, hey, I want that person's eyes, like that, and say, I don't know what I was trying to say. Sometimes they try to hit you over the head with the message. In the chasm, well, the Flyers arrive in what appears to be literally the happiest place on Earth. Dear God, they land in Disney.
What are you doing next?
I'm gonna go to Disney World!
No. But in this small community, a little girl witnesses her grandfather leap into a mysterious pulsating chasm and begins to film No Living Sorrow. And then that emotion ends up spreading to Rembrandt, Brown, and Maggie. And throughout the episode, Quin, he basically just say, I don't want to slide anymore, I'm just tired, he's just say, I'm having a good sleep, and now probably one of these things are planning to fall off the shelf. Don't fall off the shelf, Rama. I like those tapes. And, yeah, the entire community in this episode, they basically say, oh, you were chosen. How wonderful, how wonderful. Even the police are say, everything in this community is wonderful. Everything is wonderful. Everything is happy. And all that. And it's just say. And I guess at this point in the show, Jay O'Connell was just exhausted. Because it feels at times constantly it seems like they're just like doing like say like whatever for his character. You know, he became a producer for the show, but it seemed like they were just like like as the show would go on, especially in season 4, it seems like his character keeps on being pushed to the wayside. And because you get more episodes that were like say, hey, focusing on um, Rembrandt or heck even say Wade or Colin, and that's not a bad thing. I guess it's like say, hey, like you got rid of the professor and you also got rid of Wade as well. And I mean, yeah, Wade. I do kind of like the idea of like say the whole sadness, or depression kind of motif that's gone through. And like say, yeah, sadness and unfortunately the effects of depression. Like anyone can feel like any kind of little thing in life could be a trigger for it. Quite a few years I was um would be just like so down in the dumps. Mostly because like say, hey, like, I thought, I don't have the confidence much and all that blah blah blah, but I'm a lot happier. I'm a lot happier. And then no, I'm not going back in no closet. Ain't happening, bro. Ain't happening. So I didn't think this episode was too bad. I thought the actors did a good job. I thought it was at times like a very engaging episode. And overall I thought they were trying to do like a message based episode. I thought it was like a good one since like there's 2 more episodes in which like we finally end up in the Quentin the Quentin finally ends up leaving, and so does Cole, I think. But I'll see you next time.